Uh, I came to this country from India from Bombay actually, where I grew up, to New York 25 years ago. And I was standing with my wife at a corner, and I witnessed this gentleman at, I think it was on Madison and 53rd, and this gentleman was, doing this on the street. And so, I was curious. I said, this happens. I see this in Bombay too. And sure, before anything, I could say anything further, a policeman comes up there and, so what are you doing? And this gentleman just keeps doing what he's doing. And the policeman says, what are you doing? And he says, well, these are horse feathers. And what are you doing with it? I'm making a policeman with them. And the policeman, of course, by the way, I was sitting next to a teacher and a judge, and they suggested that the phrase I was going to use for this was not appropriate here, so they suggested horse feathers. That's the reason. These are horse feathers and not something else.
3 minutes is bad.
I understand that. I understand. But this is very relevant to where I'm going with this. So the policeman basically really upset, and that was the end of my story there. But 2 days later, there was a press coverage of this incident. This gentleman, the policeman had taken him to a court, and he'd been doing the same thing, and the judge had asked him the same question, and he said, well, these are horse feathers. I'm making a judge with horse feathers. And the judge was absolutely livid. How dare you? You're a sick man. And sends him off to a psychiatric hospital. And the smug psychiatrist, sitting there, watches this gentleman, do this, says, aha, I know what you're doing. I know what that is. And the gentleman keeps doing it. Those are horse feathers. And the gentleman keeps doing this. And I bet you're making a psychiatrist with it. He says, I don't have enough horse feathers. Now,